Hello you cuntbags, this is the first video of many in this series I like to call the Trope Discussions. In this video I will talk about tropes and cliches, why they exist, how to avoid them, and how they can affect your fucking writing. Of course, despite the name of the series, I will be talking about things that are outside the spectrum of tropes as well, such as how to world build, a guide to reviews, and many more. Before we begin, there are some questions we have to answer first. What exactly are tropes? Are traps gay? What are cliches, and how do we differentiate between the two? You might have heard the word tropes from other places, TV tropes, Google, your friends, or maybe even some random asshole on the internet, me. Anyways, tropes in short refers to an overused plot device. Generic plot lines like the underdog rising stories, asshole become hero stories, and many more. Now, for those of you coming from fanfiction, I will say the tropes are going to be focused on the various pieces of sewage found on the internet, with some references to actual literature. I myself read fanfiction from various anime, so I am familiar with some of the fandom-specific tropes there. However, I will be mainly focusing on general tropes, especially the ones executed so poorly it's practically feces dipped in unrecyclable waste. A very good example of this trope, at least in the fairy tale fandom, is the OC Ice Dragon Slayer aka IDS aka insufferable dumpster of shit. Okay guys, just look at this fucking picture of it. Seriously, look at all those fucking icicles coming off of that thing. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, I'm almost guaranteed that whatever story this fucking bitch is in, it's definitely with Grey. It's gonna be a horrible fucking instant love crush plus bullshit too. I mean, look at that shit. And look at the eyes. Blue and brown. Heterochromia. Fuck, that's Mary Sue shit right there. Okay. Oh my fuck. Bitch. Anyways, another word you might have heard of is the word cliche. The definition is almost the same, except cliche can refer to phrases or expressions instead of plot device. A good example of a massive big donkey dong cliche is when cartoon characters say, "It can't possibly get any worse." Then it starts raining.
Oh, it can't get any worse, can it?
Props to fucking Family Guy for stabbing Stewie instead of raining. That's some good shit right there.
Oh. Well, at least it's not raining.
Definitions and usage. So why do people use tropes and or cliches when writing their stories? Well, two reasons mainly. The first is that when it comes to new writers, they often have similar thought processes when writing a new story, which alone creates a trope. However, the second one is simply laziness. I mean, why bother thinking of an original story when you can just copy the plot off another one and change the setting, character names, and all the details? Or it just could be because the majority of fanfiction writers have the imagination of a potato. This fucking phrase itself is also a cliche, especially on the internet. How to avoid? If you are new to writing, whether if you're writing a fanfiction or an original story, we must first ask ourselves, how do we avoid tropes or write them well? If you are not using tropes, it's all about taking the time to build your own story. And if you are using tropes, it's about adding your own little twist instead of just recycling from other stories. You guys know that neglected Naruto garbage that is literally fucking everywhere on fanfiction? And don't even get me started on the fucking stories where he has a twin sister. Like, why fucking twin sister? It's like, how the hell do you seal, let's say, the soul of the Kyuubi and then the power of into the other fucking bitch, and Naruto gets nothing? It's like, what the hell is that storyline? What is this neglected dumb bullshit? It's like, whoever thought of this fucking retarded dumpster ass motherfucker shit needs to just get fucking tentacle raped by a radioactive octopus, like now. Oh, heterochromia, so cool! If you're angry about reading bad tropes and cliches, the only thing you can do is study tropes to the point you can identify all the signs. The way you can close the page or book right away and go do something productive, like sleeping before 3 in the morning. But what do I know? I'm an autistic fucking edgelord. You can either do that, or simply just read so many trash fanfictions that you instinctively know every goddamn form of textualized sewage before you even finish the first chapter. Now, other than not wasting your time with bad grammar stories with bad plot, the real question to ask is, how do we avoid writing tropes or writing them badly when writing? If you have a first-time writer, you should consider world building and getting a beta reader. But what is a beta? In a fanfiction world, it's basically another person, preferably a competent one, that helps you proofread your story. This could be to check the grammar, to make sure the plot makes sense, to keep everything consistent, and various other reasons. I'm sure many of you thought to yourself when starting a story for the first time, "Wow, this story idea is so good, I'm gonna pull plot out of my ass right as I go along and ignore every bit of criticism. Also, fuck grammar, am I right?" Of course, when I first started writing, I also had grammar mistakes, plot holes, unanswered questions to how my story works, and all of that garbage. It was through asking multiple betas and studying myself that I was able to improve. Keep in mind, some betas are also next level cancer, so if you have a first time writer and your beta says, "Oh my god, so good, I love the story," get a new beta.
How to write tropes.
When it comes to tropes and cliches, having them doesn't make your story, well, bad. It simply makes your story predictable, which could cause many new readers to lose interest, especially if they're on the first chapter. Even if your story follows all the general rules of literature, like grammar, structure, paragraph, dialogue rules, all that stuff, not doing your own work and instead opting to recycle other plot lines will never end well for you. So how do we write common tropes and cliches? Well, when it comes to cliches, I will suggest not using them as they have been so overdone that it lost the humor or effect it had when it was first used. Remember that rain example? I'm sure when it first came out, people actually found it funny. However, it became platitudes, and now it makes people say, "Really? That shit again? Please find the nearest goddamn dumpster or kill yourself." Now, tropes are a different matter. If you want to write a plotline used before, well, in your own story, you have to world build, story build, and character build. This way, your plot is consistent, makes sense, and your characters actually fit well into the storyline. If you're writing an underdog story, if you use the "I'm shy, but if you heard my Nate comma, I'll go 12 till 8 past stage sin 21 awakening," then you're probably not character building that well. Recycling plots and characters from other fics won't end well. Well, anyways, that's it for the first video. Next time I'll be talking about the Mary Sue Spooky.
Scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
See that subscribe button? If you press it, you are gay and will die instantly. You have been warned. What you think I was gonna say? Please like, comment, share, play it during your funeral, shove it up your ass, and smash the living fuck out of that subscribe button until you stop being a virgin? Seriously, why do all these dumb assholes say smash? Fucking losers. Anyways, thanks for wasting your important time of your life and watching my bullshit. See ya, you cunts.